on, guys? We're back with another video. I had told you guys I was gonna go ahead and show off some techniques that were gonna be a little bit more technical, more advanced. They're gonna be really difficult to do, but it's gonna be something that you'll be able to apply in a real fight. It's not necessarily too much of like self-defense, I'm trying to get away, but more like you're in a place where you need to defend yourself, you need to fight. You're either in a tournament or you are in a kickboxing, MMA arena, whatever it may be, in the cage. And so we're gonna learn some things on today, and that is how to catch. That goes for both how to catch punches coming in and also kicks. So I'm gonna give it maybe like 5 minutes just to see if anybody comes in and puts any comments or anything of that nature. I want to make sure that once I start, I want to be able to answer everybody's questions while I'm going through it. So if somebody has a question, I'm able to stop what I'm doing and kind of explain it, or I guess redo what I just did in a better way, so to speak. So meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and get my computer, and I want to go ahead and put some music on or something like that. So I'll be back. I like I'm into that I always like Dragon Ball Super, but they've been having some like trap beats to it. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick. I got two of them in my playlist right now. Probably gonna put one of them. Come on, Junior. Should be it. What you mean it's not it? The world. Let me see something real quick. Now I'm not able to see the duration of it or how long it's been going on. So whenever I get to this music, we're gonna go ahead and start. So now, if you're not in the live stream, if you have any questions, just comment down below whenever this video posts. If you see the video, if you have any questions, go ahead and post a comment. So let's see. Yeah, I've been playing Fortnite, man. I getting sick and tired of these random squads, man. I've been getting some horrible people sometimes. Some disrespectful people. That computer's slow. What in the world? All right. Let's see. All right, I got one. Back it up all the way to the beginning. Should be able to hear it. Is my computer messed up right now? Yo. It's not on mute, is it? No, it's not on mute. Yo, my computer's messed up right now. For some reason I'm not able to hear the audio. Well, screw it. We're gonna start. All right. So catching. Yesterday we were talking about two different ways to kind of get away from getting hit, right? One of them was when you dodge in like this and you're facing the side. Other way is you turn your torso and you also turn your body while they're coming in. You just do this. So even if they land, you're turning with it. You can come back. You can do this, do a looping hook. You can turn and just get some space, whatever the case may be. So we got those. Then I also talked about how you go against the punch. You go towards it. You basically are destabilizing it. You're not trying to get away from it, but you're destabilizing it. So you redirect, right? You smack the fist because you know it's coming to your hand. To your face. So you smack it with your hand, right? Well, catching is something that people try to do sometimes a little off, and sometimes it does work. You know what I mean? Whatever works for you works for you. But I found this little tactics really do help. So one of them is that whenever somebody is attacking my head with a high kick, right? If I instead of like getting scared and blocking it, if I can see it coming and I can block like this, I block. And you know how usually you could block and counter with the fist? I block and I underhook before the leg gets back to the bot to back to him, to the opponent. So I underhook the leg. I grab it. So this is how it would look like. I get kicked in the head. I grab it. A good way to do it in a safer manner is to dodge, and you try to go for it. You try to grab it. If you get a good hold of it, then again, what I advise people is to underhook it with your forearm and then overhook like this. There's certain things that you can do once you get somebody in that position. So it's almost like you're it's almost like I wouldn't call that swimming, because swimming, but it's the opposite of swimming. So somebody goes for a high kick, I block, catch it, and I cuff it right here in my bicep. Another way is I get out the way, I catch it, and I put in one hand, overhook, underhook, underhook again. So now I got the person right here. So this is how it would look like. I have this stick right here. Imagine this is somebody's legs. If somebody went for it and I got out the way and I'm able to grab it, now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the kick on the outside of my hook like this. Not on the inside, but on the outside. All right. So what I do is I catch it, I overhook, and then I overhook again. This ain't really somebody's leg, but you know, there ain't no weight behind this, but basically I do this. Okay. So that's what you would do to somebody's leg. There's so many different things you can do. You don't have to go that far with it. You can attack the minute you get somebody's ankles. You can attack. You can kick the legs. You can hook it like this instead and sweep. I've done that a lot before. So I grab and sweep. But the reason I'm telling you to do the underhook is because it advances you to a whole nother level of damage. Now you're not just tripping the person. You're trying to go for a big slam. So, again, I catch the leg, underhook. Hold up, bring it back here. Underhook. Underhook. Get off me. Anyway, underhook like this. So it's on the outside, guys. So basically, this is how it would look like. It's like this on the outside. All right. This is somebody's leg. All right. Once I got him here, now I can squat. I can carry their leg right here over my shoulder and toss them in midair. I've done that before. They've gotten hurt. And when you do that in the concrete, it hurts a lot more. So let me go ahead and do this because I'm getting annoyed by this. You guys are able to see my body, but you're not able to see my face. And I thought that was going to be good enough, but not for me. So again, guys, you're blocking, right? You're trying to get hold of the leg. Once you get hold of the leg, you're trying to get the leg not here, but here. Okay? On either side. It don't matter which side. So the way you do that is you underhook. Or you can underhook. Either side. All right? Imagine that's somebody's ankle, somebody's legs. The reason now I prefer, once I go for that underhook, I'm going to try to get under their knee. So basically, it will look similar like this. It will look kind of like this. Like this is their leg. I'm going under it, okay? But my bicep is here. Not my forearms, my bicep. So I'm carrying them with my shoulders, not with my bicep. I'm not doing curls. I'm already got them up here. They're at an angle where it's kind of like the leg is so high. If you're not flexible, you're going to fall anyway. So, but if you are flexible, let me put this back. Jesus. Help me. Please. No. I messed it up, guys. Anyway. But if you are flexible, I'm still in position right here. I can throw you, push you in midair. I can trip you and fall on top of you. You can do so many things. You can body slam somebody in that position, okay? So that's a really advanced doing it. It's for more like that Greco-Roman. I grab you and I'm gonna hurt you when I toss you to the ground type of fighting. There's other ways of doing it, and it just depends on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. So one good way is whenever somebody goes for a kick to the side of the body, instead of you trying to dodge it, like going backwards, what you would do is you would move with the kick. So this is what I mean. If the kick is coming from this side, like this is a kick, but to the body, right? So like this, but to the body. What you would do is you lean to the side and you hook it quickly. Okay, you lean to that. You're in your stance. You jab, 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 cross, hook, jab. You see it coming, you lean and you hook. That lean takes away from the damage that kick does. Now, is the kick still going to hurt? Yes, it's still going to hurt, but it won't hurt as much as it would if you were to either stand in that same position and leave your elbows up, and it's definitely not going to hurt as much as you walking towards it. So what you would do is you lean away from it. If it's going this way, you lean away from it, and once it lands, you hook it. So you going, lean, hook. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Lean, hook. So from that hook position, there's a couple things you can do, but you have to do it quickly, because if you hook somebody who knows what they're doing, they're going to spin out of it and they're going to jank their leg back. So from that hook position, one of the things I like to do is I like to manipulate their knee. I like to grab their knee and kind of not twist it like I'm hurting them or nothing, but I'm pushing it so that the knee is aiming up. Okay? And this is why I say that. If their leg is over here, I'm not sure if you can see that. If my knee is facing up and you're holding it, I can't spin out because you're pushing against it. If you don't get control of my knee, I can spin out and jack my leg back. So what I like to do is once I hook, I try to get a bit tight control and I control the knee. Now, once we're here and you feel comfortable, like you have a tighter grip and more control over the grip, this guy is going to want to do something else. Depending on what he does, you can react to whatever. I'm not saying just go for the attack, because if you're thinking about doing something like sweeping and he already lifted his leg up in the air and kicked you in the head, you might get knocked out. So what I mean is you get a good grip and you take a second to basically react to what the person is doing. If the person is just standing there, trip them. You can do a couple things, you know. You can not sure, you can kick instead of tripping. You can kick the thigh. That hurts. You can punch him, or you can do a drag takedown. I call it a drag takedown. It's called something else, but basically you're dragging them. That's the point of it. You got a hook of it, and you spin and drag, and they fall. Okay? So this is how it would look like. This is somebody's leg. I hooked it right here on this side. So I'm going to grab I'm going to put my feet to where it blocks the leg that he's hopping on. Because I don't want him to hop. If I spin this way, I don't want him to hop this way. So I want to block that by putting my feet there. So I grab the neck, I put my feet there, and I spin. And I down. It's a spin. It's not a push. It's not a carry. It's not a toss. It's a spin. When you spin, they fall. If they don't fall the first time, do it again. All right, guys, it's a spin. Again, I lean. They go for the kick, right? For the kick to the ribs. I lean and I grab it like this. I hook it. Once I got that hook, I control the knee. If I want to go for that takedown, I step in. Now this one, I still got the hook. I step in and I take him down. All right. This is ways basically to catch kicks. There's so many different ways. I mean, you know, you got just stepping back. You could just control the leg and go for a submission, like an ankle lock or whatever. You can go for what you call it, a cab lock from there. You can grab the with both hands and jank it so that you're forcing them to do a split. And even if they don't do a split, they end up falling on the floor. Once you get that catch, whether it is a grip like this, or you leaning and hooking, or you grip and then hook, or you grip and underhook, whatever it may be, you have control of that leg, of that ankle, and the calf muscle. You know, you should be able to utilize it. You can practice it with your friends in a mat, safe area, and just take it easy with it. But there's so many different things you can do. All right. Now we're gonna do catching fist. Whenever somebody throws a punches, I told you yesterday you can smack the punch. If you can see it coming, if you can see their torso twitching, and you know you can see it coming, you can smack it. And what you do is you smack it, and usually when you smack somebody's punch, this is how it looks like. And it comes back to them. Like, it comes back to him. So I know where it's going. I smacked it. I disengage it, and I get hold of the wrist. Now I can pull it back to me. I can like twist the wrist and do like a what you call it, Japanese jiu-jitsu armbar. I'm not talking Brazilian jiu-jitsu on the ground, but just basically you're locking the same joint, but in a way that's not meant for submission, but it's meant to just go ahead and break it. There's so many different things you can do. All right, so this is how it would look like. Again, this time, this is a fist. Oh, wait a minute. Come here. Pretty sure you guys can see it from there. This is a fist. I smack it out the way. All right, I smack it out the way. Usually it'll go back to the opponent. What I do is, once I smack it, if I smack it with this hand, I grab it with this hand. If I smack it with this hand, bring it up back to my face to block, and I grab it before he gets back to him. Right? From here, I can twist, you know, the and if you go for it, let me do this before we even get any further. All right, let me show you something. A little anatomy. If you go on to twist somebody's wrist, guys, all right, this is how you would do it. Okay, you don't grab the wrist and twist it. That's not how you twist the wrist. Okay, you see this? There's a lot of little bones, and there's a lot of muscle and flesh going through this. And it's almost like this is a plate. You can't fold this in half. This is as much as I can do. But I can't necessarily fold this in half. So this area right here, from here, this is what you twist. So you grab this and you twist it. All right? See, you're twisting this meat. It's this plate area. Okay? Not up here, but down here, close to the wrist. Therefore, you're twisting the wrist. Okay? So don't do this. All right? If you get somebody who's going to power through that, it's going to be really hard to do it. All right? But if you do this, even if they try to power through it, it's really hard to. And if you use them both hands, they're not going to. So let's see here. And If you're fighting with kickboxing gloves like these ones right here, you shouldn't be catching punches at all. Okay? And if you try to catch a kick because it's kickboxing and you're wearing these MMA gloves, don't go for the you can still go for the catch, like the underhook like this. A little harder because you don't have your free fingers or your fingers freed. But I guess you could still go for it. I've gone for it before. And but yeah, don't try to grab the wrist with this. What you could do is you can still pin it. You can still press and apply pressure so that the wrist is pinned against the body of the person. And for that split second, one of their sides is open. So if you're pinning this hand, this side shall be open. If you're pinning this hand, this side is open. So for that split second that they're pinning, they're going to get their arm free. But by the time they get the arm free, you done already hit the side. So you get a couple free shots. And if you land it hard enough, you can, of course, get the knockout. So, again, I don't want to be too fast for the camera, but basically, you smack, you pin. All right? I know where he's going. I'm just following it. I'm following it. I'm not trying to guess where the fist is going, okay? All I know is that he's going to try to hit my face, so I smack in front of my face, and I smack hard. And I'm not smacking like this. I'm smacking, my face is this big. I'm smacking from here to here. Quick and strong, like, and I bring it back. So, we're fighting. Punch, punch. Swip, swip. Punch, dodge. Smack. You know, I smack. And I can pin. Bah. And then attack the body. Once he brings his arm up, and attack the body, attack the face. You know what I mean? There's so many different things you can do. Once you pin, you catch the wrist, you catch the fist going. But the whole point is to first get that smack. Don't try to do one of these where the fist is coming this way and you go like this. Okay? And you grab it right here. And then you can do some of this, or like you can toss them on some old kung fu movies. Don't do that. That rarely works. And that is extremely rare that works. I'm talking about 90% of the time it'll fail. That's how bad that move is. That move isn't even realistic, to tell you the truth. The only way that move really I can see it working is a lot of Aikido moves. They're for people who are going to throw the full power at you. So whenever somebody's throwing the full power at you, they're putting all their weight to that punch. It's easy to kind of manipulate their weight by just smacking and grabbing that fist. Because they're not trying to bring it back to them. They're lunging their body into that. So then you can do that and toss them, you know, grab their leg and do that. Aikido. But, yeah, smack, grab, pin, twist in the wrist, block, you catch in the legs, catch in the hands. So, now I want to move forward to the last piece of this video, which is what you do after you catch somebody's hands or wrist. There's a couple things, so many things you can do. I can't put it all in one video, and I don't even know it all. Okay? I'm just teaching on what I know. So, one thing I like to do is that whenever I get that smack and I get that grab, I like to, the same way you would do this and I face that way, I actually step that way. So I go smack and I step this way towards the opponent. And from here, I try to kind of get a good positioning based off where they are. And I try to pull their arm and knee their stomach. Okay? So I go right from here. I can basically, take their hand and the wrist and manipulate it right here against my side. The closer something, when you pin something against your body, you can hold it for a longer period of time, and you're actually stronger than for you to hold something away from your body. So what I like to do is I smack, grab, pop, I put it against my side, and I step right here in front of him. He's right here leaning. I press my forearm against the side of the elbow, extending his elbow, almost like a armbar would. But he's like this right now. He just got hit in the stomach, and he's like this. I have control of his wrist against my my side. I'm extending his thing, and I don't this. It looks real movie theatery, like looks straight out of a movie when you do it like this. I actually don't like to do that. I actually like to put my thumb in the arm socket right here and twist the elbow that way. So now we create this real uncomfortable chicken wing right here, which puts a lot of pressure on your shoulder, more than this. So I like to do it that way. Okay? So I really, really, very rarely would I go for the extended, but I like to actually apply pressure to the shoulder, because that allows me to do so many more things that I want to do, because really my strength is down on the ground. I know many submissions and I'm good at them. So I like to take the fight to the ground. So I like to get that chicken wing in, step on him. If I get a couple punches, that's good. But once he gets freed, we can go into a wrestling match. And I can go ahead and try to go for chokes, any type of submission that I can see that's open. So like I said, if you guys have any questions once you watch this video, post a comment down below. This was more of a advanced. I wish I would have had somebody here with me in which we could apply the move to each other so you can see how it would look like. But overall, I like doing these videos. I like showing people basically what they don't know they can do with their body, because I myself used to be bullied back in the day, and I was not nowhere close. Like, I did not know. I would swing for dear life. Like, whenever I used to get in a fight, I would swing for dear life, because I'm trying to like end the fight as quickly as possible, because I'm scared that I'm gonna get knocked out. So I didn't know what to do. Now I know what to do, but there's a lot of people out there who are in school and they're getting bullied. And I'm not here to basically tell you to beat up your bullies. What I'm here to tell you is that you are worth more than you think you are, and what others tell you is not always true. You are more than capable of doing some of the things that I'm teaching. I'm not here to teach you how to do a triple backflip and drop kick somebody in the neck. Like, these are moves that you can apply even if, let's say, you're overweight or you're not that flexible. You're just trying to defend yourself, and you got people coming at you. And like I said in the other videos, teachers don't see everything. Teachers don't see everything. So, like, subscribe, post a comment down below.